We're joined now by Notre Dame head coach Jeff Jackson and student athletes Sam Herr and Stephen Fogarty. We'll ask Coach to begin with an opening statement, and then we'll direct questions initially to our student athletes. Coach?
Hey, it was a great college hockey game. It's the first time in a while that we've been in a regional that had such a great environment, so I congratulate Miami for doing a great job. That's the way it should be for a regional, to where there's that kind of excitement in a building. And our guys played their hearts out. I'm extremely proud of them. Our senior class has probably done a better job leading than I've had as a combination of a group of players than I've ever had. So I'm very proud of them.
Thank you, Coach. As a reminder, the Notre Dame locker room was open for approximately the next 25 to 30 minutes. We'll now ask for questions for the student athletes. We do have a mic holder. If you'd raise your hand, we'll get that to you. And also, please identify yourself with your name and your media affiliation. Questions for the players, please. In the front here.
Zach Lonzinski with The Observer. Stephen, it was just a hard-fought game, maybe not how you wanted to end, but what did you think of the team's effort tonight?
I thought for the most part we played well. We wanted to get a good start, and I thought we did that. And when we were sticking to our game plan is when we were having success. And there's a few lapses in there, and they capitalized. But overall, I'm really proud of the guys and how they worked all game.
Right here on the outside.
Justin Meyer, Michigan Daily. How did you keep away from the penalty box, and did you talk about that ahead of time?
Yeah, that was an emphasis going into practice these past 2 weeks. We play these top 10 teams, and every single time we get run into penalty trouble. So just emphasizing in practice, if you get a penalty in practice, kind of owning up to it, take accountability, do a couple push-ups. We just made a little bit of awareness, and it paid off tonight.
Right down here in front.
Stephen and Sam, Michael Spath from Rivals.com. What did you guys do after the first 5 minutes? They had control, then you guys were able to really take control for the rest of the first period and all of the second period, and so they kind of grabbed a little bit back in the third.
I think just stay patient. They're a talented team, and they're going to get their chances, but just a matter of staying patient and, kind of weathering the storm. And like you said, I thought we did that at the beginning and, had some momentum going forward, but clearly wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think the main thing we started doing was moving our feet a little bit. We started chipping in pucks behind their D, establishing a forecheck. Again, like Steven said, it just wasn't enough.
In the middle here.
Joe Geringer, USCHO.com. Sam or Steven, either one for you guys. The CCM line came in tonight. You guys did a great job of shutting them down the first two periods and limiting their chances to really outside shots. And they found a way to get it done in overtime. Could you talk a little bit about your work against that line specifically?
Yeah, credit to them. They're a phenomenal line. Obviously, they've been all year. But, I think that's just everybody a team effort to shutting them down. We played strong team defense when they were on the ice. Everyone was aware. As far as the overtime goal, you just one lapse against those guys, you're going to have to pay for it, and that's what we did tonight.
Steven?
Yeah, obviously you got to be aware when a dynamic line's on the ice like that, but, we kind of stressed just having the puck on our sticks because that's the easiest way to defend. So I thought we did a good job of that for the majority of the game, but like Sam said, if you give a line like that a chance, they're going to capitalize.
In the middle here.
Max Bultman, College Hockey News. In the second period, it seemed like you guys came out strong. What sparked that, and what changed on the end of the third and in overtime?
I think our legs got underneath us, and like I said earlier, we were kind of just putting pucks in behind their D, establishing a forecheck, using our speed to our advantage. And then as far as the third period, we started getting away from our game plan, started bringing pucks back in the neutral zone and the D zone too, which isn't what we're supposed to be doing. And that kind of bit us a little bit and let them establish a forecheck, let them establish momentum, and we couldn't catch up to it.
Yeah, like Sam said, we emphasized good starts, and obviously we had a good start, scoring a goal in the first shift of the second, but it's just a matter of maintaining that intensity for the whole rest of the game, and I thought we saw signs of it throughout, but it's a matter of doing it for the whole remainder of the game.
Anything else for the student athletes? Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Sam. You can head back to your locker room. Questions for Coach Jackson? Here in the front, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Michael again from Rivals. Can you talk about, the guys get asked about the CCM line, but that was the most effective that anybody's been against them in almost 25 games. What the game plan was, and how are you able to execute that, I guess, until the very end?
Well, I don't think, I think what Steven said is absolutely right. It wasn't like we had a specific game plan for them. It was just a matter of guys doing their job, trying to possess the puck, and I thought we did a good job, against them offensively at times. We made them play defense a bit. But, when the game was on the line, that was a no-look pass to win the game. That's an incredible play. So, when push came to shove, they made the play that won the game.
On the aisle.
Jeff Svoboda with USCHO. Cal had a great game. Was that as good as you've seen him all year? Just with some of the shots he faced, he seemed like he was really seeing the puck, making adjustments, and really played very well.
Well, he has that ability to get into the zone, and he was in the zone tonight. He had some phenomenal games for us this year against Denver, against BU. You get that kind of goaltending. You hope they can get that, that one extra goal to win the game for him, because he certainly did his part.
In the middle here in the front.
Michigan Daily. Against a high-scoring offense like Michigan's, what was your initial game plan going into the game, and how successful was that game plan?
Well, I think for the most part, we did a good job. Our team is, we had a really good middle part of the season, and we ran into a tough ending. But tonight I thought, I was pleased with the way we played for the most part. And, Michigan elevated their game in the third period, and they have great speed, and they put a lot of pressure on us. But that's a sign of a good team, too. We've done the same to other teams in the past. But, I think that, for the most part, our guys did a good job in not turning pucks over. We made the ice long for them, because that had to be but that's the way you have to play against any good team. So it's not like there was anything specific to Michigan. We didn't even talk about Michigan with the exception of special teams.
Any more questions for Coach here in the front, far side?
Coach, how hard is it to watch a couple of those guys walk off stage for the last time? And
it's really hard.
Some of those other guys. What has been this class's kind of motive or image that they'll leave with you?
Well, leadership's a funny thing. I've had great leaders in my time at Notre Dame and before, but this was different. For the first time, I've had a group of guys that collectively led. They cared about each other. They did a great job this year. We got a young group. We have 2/3 of our rosters underclassmen, and we don't have many players in the junior class. So it's all about those 5 seniors and the underclassmen for the most part. I got to give my due to Justin Wade, though. He's a great defenseman, but they did a tremendous job. They got our culture back on track. They're passionate. They're great kids. Character, unbelievable.
And speaking of Justin Wade, he was everywhere tonight for you. He played. We've talked a couple times, and he said he needs to play a man's defense, and he did that tonight. What did you see out there that he was really doing well?
Well, Wader's he's a heavy player. That's the terminology nowadays. He's strong. He's physical, and he does it without taking a lot of penalties. He's a hard player to play against, and you need to have defenders like that. And he's been a stalwart for us this year. He's done a tremendous job back there. He's just a tough kid that plays big hockey. He's not looking for a lot of credit. He just does his job and makes us a better team.